minimalism, how all the stuff, so many different kinds of stuff. And what I'm going to do now is take us much, much narrower. So one of the best possible things about percussion is the level of infinite sound possibility.
1, 2, 3, fashion and see, fashion and
All right, let's come back. So, that's okay. I mean, would it be a day without any technical difficulties? I don't think so. But what I'm going to do is take us down to focus on singular instruments. What are the sound possibilities with a singular instrument? I have in front of me this suspended cymbal, and I'm going to do a little bit of improvisation on it with my array of items. And I'm going to talk about some of the process with that. I need to make sure I don't go over time though. to approach noise making. How many possible sounds can I gain out of one instrument? So, can we go to the next slide, please? Thank you. All right, so how do we even begin to explore sonic possibilities? So I have 3 questions that I tend to ask myself. What am I hitting with? You can see I brought an array of stuff to hit with. That's one of our cornerstones of percussive playing. Like, you ask anybody here who is a professional percussionist and they'll tell you, I do have a lot of sticks. But as you can see, I also use my hands to create sound, and Bob used his hands to create sound too, right? And those create all sorts of different effects on the instruments that we choose to play. The second question, where am I striking on the instrument? What's nice about this cymbal is we have many, many different places to strike across it, and they all create different kinds of sounds, right? Some of them are very subtle, some of them very drastic changes, but they all create different kinds of sounds. And then the third question that I like to ask, how am I hitting it? So what part of the stick am I using to strike the implement? Am I using the weight of my arm in the stroke? This is a lot about touch and how we touch our instruments too. So the level of strength you put behind your stroke, the rebound that you have off of it, all of those affect the different kinds of sounds that you make. And let's go to the next one, please. Thank you. So here's an example of a thought process that I've laid out. How many different ideas? And you can see all these, look at all these options right here. I didn't go through and count all of these lines, but there's quite a few. And this is an implement, drumstick, thin. If we take our instrument to be a cymbal, let me find a thin drumstick here. Okay, drumstick, thin. Where? We go from the bell. That's this part of the cymbal. The edge, which I would call this part, maybe not necessarily a place where we do hit the cymbal that often. The skirt, which is what I call this part. I actually don't know if there's a technical term. Is it the skirt? Bow? That's what this part's called? My education failed me. Anyway. But I've labeled 3 different areas on this part. So one I would call close to the bell. You can hear we have really different qualities of sound the further away from the bell that I move. Okay? And then over here, the how. So what part of the stick am I striking with? I use the tip of that for the most part. But we can also use the butt of the stick. Okay, that creates a slightly different sound. Can we describe that a little bit? Yeah. It's a more of a full sound? Great, fantastic. So we can also use the shoulder of the stick, that's this part right here, right, the kind of meaty part. Different sound again, right? Then what else have I got? Scrape! I know, it's a little that one. But we can do things like that. I don't know if it works this way. No, only the tip of it. But maybe with other kinds of sticks it would work differently. Okay? So, this is, I would call this a traditional hitting implement. But we can also have untraditional hitting implements. I didn't use this, but it's just a big long screw, okay? I'm gonna be really gentle with this one, Adam, I promise. Okay, you can get sounds like that. All right, can we go to the next slide, please? All right, so that's Cynthia Yee with the Chicago Philharmonic playing the Mahler hammer. This photo gives me life a lot of the time. I've got a little QR code over here, so can I scoop this? I'm so scared of it. You know what? It's not gonna happen.
We can slide it down.
Can we slide it down? Let's do that.
Yeah.
But I'd like us all together to brainstorm impressive feat of engineering, Bob. It's amazing. Yeah. Okay, so you can scan this QR code and it'll take you to a Google Doc where we can, that thing right there. Wow, thank you. And then I have the Google Doc open in the computer. So can we exit presentation mode and go to the Google Doc so we can all look at it? No, don't go on. It's not time to reveal all those things. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Actually, did everyone get a chance to scan that? No. Okay, let's put that back. I rate Canva's performance presentation experience poorly right now. Okay. I think the visuals are important, you know? Okay. And if you don't want to scan it, you can just yell things at other people and they'll type them out for you. Have we all got it? Everyone that wants it? Just need a few more seconds? We're good? Okay, can we get to the Google Doc? All right. And let's scroll down a little bit. Let's brainstorm. How many hitting implements can we think of? If you want to yell things, please do so. Yeah.
What if you use the gong with the bow?
Gong with the bow? Ooh. Yeah, good idea. Okay. There will be an interactive portion of the presentation later, so you can come try it and see what it sounds like. Okay, so let's try, we get pool noodle.
Nice.
All right. Okay. Can we scroll down a little bit? Spaghetti. Okay. Boom whackers. Good. What else we got? You can yell things out. This is more of a discussion.
Drumstick.
Drumstick. Thank you. Well, what kind of drumstick, Cash? What kind?
Hybrid drumstick.
A hybrid. That's. I don't think you can get those.
I don't think that they should do that.
Okay. What else we got? We have, did somebody put bow? Alright.
A live child.
What else we got? A brush, a clarinet, okay? A yarn mallet, thank you. A felt mallet. Nails, your head. I like the kitchen whisk. Another symbol. Banana. Okay.
Wait, you said to jump.
Your whole body, is that where we're going with that one right there? Okay. Excellent. A bottle of wine. All right. I will have some thoughts about some of these things as the presentation goes on. Okay. So think about how you're perhaps asked to play instruments in your band rehearsals, but also unconventional implements. Okay? So I used my little screw earlier. I have a little brush. Oh, I should have used that. I wasn't convinced it was going to make any sound, actually. It's still very soft.
A wire brush.
A wire brush. Great idea. What else we got? A fork. I don't think you want to use your mom to hit something, guys. Did anybody use maracas? Bob just showed us an unconventional striking implement. Spoon. Paper. Great.
Playing card, that'd be interesting.
A playing card? Like, would you throw it or just?
Back here, straight there.
Okay, great.
I guess so.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Okay. Have we perhaps exhausted our options? I don't know if we have quite yet. A dodgeball, good. When we sort of start to look at conventional percussion instruments, we can also examine like different kinds of. Okay, all right, let's come back. Let's come back. Okay. We can often look at traditional percussion instruments with very different materials. So these are both glockenspiel mallets, but you can see that they're structured very differently, right? This one's made of plastic, this one's made of metal. They're going to make two completely different sounds on an instrument. And the way that I play them is different too, right? This one's got a little bit more weight to it, whereas this one's a lot Lighter. Okay. Can we come back to the presentation, please? If you do 3 fingers up, it'll give you all the windows. There you go. Okay. There's a present button up there, I think. Yay, thank you, my tech person. Yeah, that one. Full screen. There we go. Thank you. Okay, let's go to the next one. All right, so why is it important to explore sonic possibilities? I've given you some options, but why do you think so? Sorry?
You might think that you're limited, and you have to take your limited options and show yourself that you're not limited, so that when you're doing something and you're like, what kind of sound do I want for this specific thing? And
That's a really great point you make. So I think, how many of you were like in high school, junior high? There's a lot of you. So you're limited by what your band program has available to you. So how can you take those resources that you've been given and still create really beautiful sounds? Okay? One important thing that I forgot to mention on the last bit is when we're considering striking implements, based off of some of our striking implements that we listed, we need to consider, is it safe for us to do, and is it safe for the instrument? Okay? We can damage instruments, so that's why I made a concession when I used this screw, right? I did it very gently. This can break a cymbal if we're not careful about it, right? We can, I'm sure some of you have been in clinics where a clinician explained to you, do not just like cold hit the tam-tam, okay? What do we have to do instead? Yeah, you gotta warm it up, okay? So we need to consider, is this safe for me? Is this safe for the instrument? If you have to like jump off of a high diving board and then smack your thing or whatever you're doing, that's not safe for you, okay? All right, let's come back to this. So why is it important to explore sonic possibilities for us? Yeah?
To be unique and create inspiration.
That's great, fantastic. Any other thoughts? Yeah.
Yeah, just learn how to like improvise, but make sure it actually sounds good.
It's fun.
Because it's fun, great.
Understand that there will be a time when you do not have what you're specifically used to, so you know how to branch out around that.
Exactly.
If you're like tired of doing the same repetitive thing for a minute.
Good, okay, alleviate boredom, awesome.
Help control the mood.
Help control the mood, exactly.
Make songs sound better.
Make songs sound better, yeah.
And the CYO, like me, like when I'm doing CYO, you gotta make sure you got the right sounds for concerts.
Exactly. Percussion is all about getting the right sounds for the moment. And because we have so many options available to us, we need to make sure that our sonic toolbox is just well stocked. Okay, can we head over to the next one? Thank you. Okay, so nobody move yet. I'll tell you when to move, all right? There's a little timer button on the presentation mode. Can you click show timer? Let's set it for 15 minutes. Don't start it yet. The instructions are, you're gonna come up here and we're gonna do some sonic exploration of our own. All of the instruments are available to you up here. Please be gentle with them if some of them are people's personal instruments. I have a bag full of tricks up here, so you can come and try with those. But I want you to see if you can figure out how many different sounds can you get out of a particular instrument. Okay, remember, don't hurt yourself, don't hurt the instrument, don't hurt other people. Okay, great. All right, let us start the timer. Let's go. Yeah, for here. It's really tiny.
Yes, play the drum with yo-yo.
I want to stick the screw through the cymbal. It's a great idea. That's what we did with it. No, not that. Stuck a screw. And it would like.
possible sounds on your instruments right now.
Oh, that is a pretty nice map.
Ready.
Does all the fun toys just get a free for all? Oh wait. I got it.
Alright, if you can put back anything that you took, please put all of my stuff back in my bag, please. And take a seat. Alright, what did we discover? What are the things that we were like, oh, that was so cool, or you saw somebody doing something really cool, and
Bowing random symbols.
bowing random symbols. You can bow so many things. And I brought you the tiny bow, and it was terrible, but you need like a big base bow, and you have so many more possibilities. Yeah. What else did we discover?
The wood granite blocks over there, if you hit them with like a symbol lightly, it's like a metallic version of that sound.
Cool. Awesome. What else did we discover?
Hitting with the stick on the crunchy broken symbols sounds really cool. Like you can go.
Neat. And is it different from like using the tips of your sticks?
Yeah, it sounds
Okay.
like.
Awesome.
It sounds sort of
What else? So I saw some people putting stuff on other stuff. Yeah, tell me your thing. Yeah? Awesome. Okay. Who put stuff on other stuff and then hit it?
I put a tambourine on a snare drum to see if the vibration the tambourine move.
Yeah?
It did not work.
Okay.
The way I thought it would.
I'm glad you did an experiment. Okay. Awesome. Is that all?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, thanks, Kat. Awesome.
These sound incredible on the tops, and these are
Okay, cool. What else? Anybody? Somebody had hands over here, yeah.
Yeah. Daniel at one point put the bow on the flexophone.
That's the flexotone.
I was thinking made all the cool sounds. I don't know the professionals here.
If you want, you can Google 4 for Flexotone by Juri Seo, which is a flexotone quartet. Yeah, I know. It's wild. Yeah, what did you discover? Yeah?
I like that one. It's so cute.
Finger symbols are great. Okay, I think we're coming close to the end of our time. Can we go to the last slide, please? I'd like to point out, hold on, can we go back one more? Sorry, thank you. This is Josh Jones, the Couch for Harmonic. He was playing an absolutely insane percussion concerto. You can see flower pots over here. The array of cymbals extends like across the front of the stage. Resounding Earth is the name of it, I think. Let me Google and you can come ask me later. All right, let's go to the last slide. Thank you, my tech friend. All right, are there any final questions I can answer for anybody about
What's your favorite sound?
my favorite sound? Gosh, there's so many. You can't ask me to pick just one. I do enjoy bowing things. That's really fun. I'll go with that guy. I also always like introduce myself. My favorite instrument is the triangle, and it really is. And I talked about triangle last year. I know some of you were here for that. Okay, this is a good one. Yeah.
You like play something cool on the silver tambourine?
Play something cool on the silver tambourine? I don't know what you mean by cool though.
Like it's anything.
It's very fun.
Yeah, that one.
This guy? Whoa. Does that satisfy you? Okay, great. Anything else? Yeah.
What's your least favorite sound?
My least favorite sound. When people clap cymbals together, like they're trying to dampen them. I know it's a drumline thing. I don't like it. You can like it. That's okay, right? You can like it. I don't have to like it. That's the beauty of this art form. We can have preferences. Do you have a question?
Rate finger symbols on a scale of 10.
Red finger symbols on the temp. What's your question?
Rate finger scales on a scale of 10.
Rate finger symbols from a scale of 1 to 10.
Oh, finger symbols are a 10 out of 10. 100%. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I know different like
Over there, the metal bars.
Mhm.
They're what is that called?
The metal bars.
Yeah. They're like, yeah.
This is a crasher, I think.
Crash.
Yeah, that's a cool sound too. You'll hear that in like musicals a lot of the time. Okay.
Okay, how do you find ways to put this into actual performances?
So a lot of the time, I work in free improv a significant amount of the time. So part of like my artistic practice is just like exploring the possibility of sounds within the context, maybe as a soloist or with other people. There's a really great collective called Bug Incision in town that does stuff like that, so you can come see things like that. And if I find cool sounds, maybe I want to put them into play when I'm playing with an orchestra. So like, where's the, yeah, like this guy, right? No, I need a heavier one. Maybe that would work if you have to strike a cymbal in a particular context. Again, what Bob was saying earlier, think about the emotion, think about the feelings that you're trying to evoke. What does this sound make you think of, right? And then that's how you can apply that. Yeah, that was a good question. I think we're out of time. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, big round of applause for me. First mentioning once again, Brandenburg Music, which has so many cool instruments out there, sponsored via Devetzis along with Mount Royal Conservatory, which is, you're going to see something from Mount Royal Conservatory later with the Silent Percussion Institute Ensemble, which you should all sign up for. If you're from far away, it's worth the drive. It's a summer program, you should do it. And then we'll be back in here in about 15 minutes to see Malcolm Lim. And everyone's going to be in here in about 15 minutes. So if you want to chat with Nia for a few minutes, you can chat with Nia, ask any questions afterwards. But we'll see you out in the lobby, do some shopping, make some friends, get phone numbers, I don't know, trade Snapchat, become mutuals, whatever that's called. Thanks everybody, and thank you, Nia Devetzis.
Thank you for having me.